on my YouTube channel. So this video this week is going to be a little bit different, only because I really want to show how I film my YouTube videos. And I know there's a million videos out there, like I know that. There's 1,000 videos that come out every year on YouTube about how I film my YouTube for my YouTube channel, Anyway, it's 2025, my 2014 iPhone. I think it's an iPhone Pro X, I think that's what it's called. I honestly have no idea. So we're literally just gonna run through the settings together, and I'm gonna show you exactly what settings I have set on my iPhone and how I film everything and how I set things up to film. Right now I'm filming on my back camera, so the back of the phone is facing me. I don't know if that would be called your back camera or your front camera. I don't know, don't come for me. But that's how I film like my sit down videos, and for all my other videos I use the front camera. I know it's a crime, but it's just how I do things. It's so I can see if I'm in the frame or not, because I think it started because my camera's storage has been like overflowing lately, and like it'll literally cut in the video and say you've run out of storage, and the video will stop, and I'll just keep on yapping. So to avoid that, I have just been filming with my front camera so I can see myself and so I can see the screen and see what's going on there. Exception of my cooking videos, like when I'm cooking, or if I'm like filming like B-roll or sitting down like this. But most of the time when I'm like talking to the camera and I'm like holding it, or it's in my car, it's like my front camera so I can see myself. So I'm gonna give you guys a couple tips on how to film your videos on iPhone. Number one, definitely facing a window or facing your light source, so you are fully lit up. Your face, your everything that you want to be visible in the video is in the light, and it's clear, and the phone can capture what you're trying to kind of come across. There's no shadows on your face. It just really creates like a clear, crystal clear picture of you. My second would be make sure your lens is clean. Pretty simple. I know a lot of people talk on their phone, like because I film with my front facing camera and I'm always on the phone talking and my skin is oily, I know that the front of my camera always needs to be wiped off because it's blurry. And I think third would just be follow through the video settings that I have set, and your videos will be beautiful, crystal clear, and look lovely. So we're gonna click on our camera app, which is in your settings. And first we're gonna go to record video, and we're gonna keep that at 4K and 30 frames per second. We're gonna keep show PAL formats off, enhanced stabilization on, everything else off except for lock camera. We're gonna keep that checked on. Our next setting, we're going to go to record slow-mo, and we're going to keep that at 720 HD and 240 frames per second. Next is record cinematic. We're going to keep that at 1080 and 30 frames per second. Next, we're going to go to recording sound. We're going to keep that on stereo and allow audio playback checked on. Next, we're going to go to formats and keep it at most compatible. This is actually more efficient in my opinion, but it does slow down your importing when you're importing into your video editor, so just keep that in mind. Next, we're going to go into preserve settings. So this is just settings that stay the same once you exit out of the camera, so keeping your camera mode on, your controls menu off, creative controls on, depth control off, and the rest of them off. I like to go back into my camera and have the same settings because when I'm vlogging out throughout the day, I usually just pick up my camera or pick up my phone and continue recording, and it's easiest for me to go back to the same settings. And the settings that I like to keep on are cinematic mode, which I film all of my video in. I just like the way the cinematic looks compared to the video settings. So when I open my camera back up, it's always on cinematic mode because I've kept that checked on. And to quickly run through the rest of the camera settings, I like to keep all of these checked on. For photographic styles, I like to keep the warm style. I just prefer everything looking warm rather than cool. This is what the cool looks like as opposed to the warm. So yeah, I just like to keep those on. And then everything else in the camera section is checked on. And to show you an example of what it looks like when I open my camera, I like to keep the grid lines on so I can see if the photo or the video is level, and I'm in cinematic mode. Next, I'm going to go into CapCut. This is my editing software, and I'm going to show you how to quickly edit a quick video, just to give you an idea of how I edit my videos. In my opinion, CapCut is one of the easiest editing softwares that you could use. So here's my video imported. First, I'm gonna split the video. I'm gonna show you how I make a transition in between each frame. So when you click the little line, you can literally pick any style of transition you want, and then it creates like a cool little transition from each frame instead of just like flicking to the next frame. Here you can create a zoom for your video. So if you're trying to show something in your video, a zoom is like a really cool feature that you can use. They have other features like fade in and fade out. So when you're opening a video or when the video is ending, you can choose the video to kind of fade out. Another great feature in CapCut is the music library, so you can literally pick any vibe that you want to pick and go with it. So you just quickly and easily import any type of music. You can have the music fade in into your video and then fade out at the end of the video. You can chop the audio, so if you want to start talking in the middle of the video, you can chop the audio in half and kind of move it down the frame. You can literally do whatever you want, and it's so easy to do with CapCut. CapCut is only $14.99 Canadian a month, and I love using it. It's totally worth it for me. I will eventually like to use different music apps, but for now, CapCut does it for me, and I love it. So when I'm filming in the kitchen, I use my tripod, and I actually use a lot of different angles in the kitchen, one of them being just with the tripod next to the counter like this. And then another one I like to put on top of my hood fan, which is kind of funny, but it actually just creates a perfect angle of what I'm cooking or what I'm doing on the counter, and I just kind of place it up there, obviously with my front camera, and this is just kind of what it looks like. And usually I push it in a little bit further so you can see the full counter. And then if I'm making my coffees in the morning, I usually put the camera, just like prop it here, or I'll put it like up next to my coffee machine or up a little higher, or I'll use the tripod and kind of put it behind me so you can kind of see everything that I'm doing. But these are just like easy angles that I like to use when I'm filming in the kitchen or whatever. Again, most of these angles I use with my front camera so I can see what's going on and make sure that I'm actually in the frame. And I would say the only things that you should really invest in when you are starting YouTube without having to invest in a camera or a new phone or anything like that is definitely a tripod, like a good quality tripod that's compact, that you can bring with you, that's not super big hassle to bring out if you're like in a restaurant, or not super obvious, because I know a lot of people are deterred from vlogging in public because they don't want to look obvious, like they're actually filming themselves. So yeah, something discreet. I actually got a tripod from Amazon today that I love. I know, girl. I mean, I hope you guys got some value out of this video, and this is just what I do personally and what works for me right now. I will eventually be investing in an actual vlogging camera because I don't want to do it on my phone forever, and I'm probably going to do it before my trip coming up. But that is just what I've been doing and what's working for me right now, and has actually been really convenient because I can literally just like whip out my phone and start vlogging if I'm out doing something or whatever, and it's not super obvious that I'm like holding my phone and vlogging. So I really like that about being able to vlog on my phone, but it's not a forever thing and it's not very sustainable in the long run. So yeah, we're going to be investing in a new camera definitely in the near future, but for now that's what I do, and I hope you get some value out of this, and I hope it helps you in any way possible, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Okay, bye.